Good evening, everyone. I am Jewel Johnson, 14, Miss Teen Awareness Arima. Imagine being in a crowded room and screaming at the top of your lungs, but no one seems to hear you. You reach out, but no one pays attention. Imagine that you feel so hopeless that you think killing yourself is the only way out. Why must I have to reach to this point till anyone notices that I needed help? Suicide is when someone willingly and intentionally takes their own life. But we may wonder, why would someone do that? That girl just looking for attention, yes? Or even, that boy is mental. But what if I do have a mental illness like depression or anxiety? What if I do need help? You know that friend who was or is abused? Your brother who you think may be constantly bullied at school? Your best friend whose parents just got divorced and she doesn't seem to be handling it well? All these situations can lead someone to be suicidal. But we may ask ourselves, I know that, but how do I know if someone is really suicidal? Well, they start to sleep too little or too much. Their grades start to drop. They isolate themselves from friends they usually hang out with. They talk about being a burden to others. For example, your lives would be so much easier without me. They talk about wanting to kill themselves, whether directly or indirectly. For example, you won't have to deal with my problems much longer. And the most important, they start giving away precious items. Okay, so we know the signs and you have recognized someone who is suicidal, but what can we do to help? Just act. No, I don't mean to pretend like you can't say, oh, really, you're suicidal? I'm suicidal too, girl. We should be friends. No, not that type of act. A-C-T. Ask. It doesn't hurt to ask if someone is thinking about suicide. Most people might think it would just put the idea in their heads, but it most likely won't happen that way. So just ask. But what if they say yes or I don't know? C. Let them know you care. People are very sensitive and won't open up to someone who reacts negatively. So just ask and show you care. Don't panic, don't explode. Instead, say, how can I help you? I will help you get through this. T. Get treatment and get it to them as soon as possible. Whether it's talking to a professional, someone they trust, or even calling Lifeline at 800-5588 or 231-2824. We all know a few things known as risk factors that will make it more likely for a person to commit suicide, such as access to lethal weapons, previous suicide attempts, relationship problems, or even those medications.
But where are...
Side results may result in suicidal thoughts, depression, and even death. So, stay away from those, right? But here are some things that will make it less likely for someone to commit suicide. They are called protective factors. From an individual perspective, one can be involved in a religion or culture that teaches the values of life and its importance. Having goals for their life. This will give them something to live for and to strive to achieve. Availability of healthcare. When there's healthcare readily available, they can at least have the opportunity to get help, rather than feeling helpless in their current situation. Adopting a pet. Having a dog, for example, gives a suicidal person a companion to love mutually and unconditionally. As we all know, dogs are a man's best friend. Living in a safe and stable environment. Here, a person is less likely to take on life as a burden. So now that we all know what to do, let's go out into Trinidad and Tobago and extend a hand to someone in need. Let us make a decision. Suicide is not the solution. Thank you.
Everything that has been going on.